Right now at 6 o'clock, a fired-up Mayor Deegan lashes out at those who are obstructing confirmation of her choice of Randy DeFoor to be the city government's top attorney.
She's facing a smear campaign, y'all. That's what this is about.
It is the first clash between the new Democratic mayor and Republican city council members.
They are questioning whether DeFoor, a former council member herself, is blocked from becoming general counsel by obscure rules in a Florida law. News for Jax reporter Jim Piggott joining us live outside City Hall. Jim, you've been covering this story since Mayor Deegan first appointed DeFoor.
You know, that's right. And this is that battle to get DeFoor into that position there. But what, according to the mayor, says it's because that there are two Republicans, she says, that are behind this, who were also behind what she says was a failed sales attempt of JEA. Of course, the names I'm talking about, they may sound familiar to you. We're talking about Brian Hughes, who used to work for Mayor Curry. And we're also talking about Tim Baker, who was behind some of those political ads that many say divided the city. Mayor Deegan, along with Randy DeFoor, was flanked today by Republicans and Democrats, city council members, a former mayor, and others, as she blasted those working to block the appointment of former city council member Randy DeFoor to take over as the city's lead attorney.
She is a Republican. She holds many of those ideologies. She also holds in her the ability and the willingness to be an honest broker always. Always. We've watched her. We've seen her do that. She's facing a smear campaign, y'all. That's what this is about.
Deegan says the reason some are trying to block DeFoor is because she was key in blocking the sale of JEA.
The same forces who tried to sell JEA and are now actively working against Randy's nomination are putting pressure on our council people. They're using their typical playbook, dividing our community, scorched earth tactics, whisper campaigns, and outright lies that impugn Randy's good character. False and frankly sexist accusations that Randy allegedly doesn't have the right temperament to lead this office. Can I just tell you, as a woman in leadership, if I had $1 for every time somebody told me that a woman did not have the right temperament to lead, I'd be a very, very rich person right now.
Deegan is talking about these men. Tim Baker, the man behind the political spots that targeted her during the mayor's race. Brian Hughes, who served on Mayor Curry's staff. And Duval Republican Chairman Representative Dean Black. We reached out to all three. Tim Baker said he's not talked to any council member since May. Brian Hughes told our news partner at the Daily Record, "I have had zero contact with any city council members about the selection of general counsel since before leaving City Hall in June." And Dean Black has not responded. At last night's city council meeting, members voted to ask the State Ethics Commission to weigh in if DeFoor can actually serve in that position for 2 years because of state rules regarding lobbying by former council members. Well, the council will make that request next week and will hold a special workshop on Monday to address the issue.
I hope the council members will come back with specific questions on the type of things that former council member DeFoor can rule on. Are there restrictions on her ability to work with the council, provide opinions to the council? Those are the type of questions I suspect will come up.
But Deegan's staff also asked the state's Ethics Commission to do the same thing. They filed this request yesterday, trying to move the process along.
None of this is really about her qualifications, her ability to do the job as a former city council member. It is about personal grudges. It is about vendettas because Randy stood up to the establishment, and largely because she stood up when they tried to sell JEA.
You know, City Councilman Terence Freeman was also called out by Deegan. He had a statement that he made today. In it, it says that the only person playing politics with this appointment is Mayor Donna Deegan. He also went on and questioned DeFoor's involvement in today's news conference, saying it shows that she may not be able to be impartial. We're live from City Hall. Jim Piggott, Channel 4, the local station.
Jim, does Randy DeFoor have anything to say about this ordeal?
You know, Randy DeFoor was at the news conference as well. You saw her there. I asked her some questions about it, and she said that this really shows that Donna Deegan, she believes, is uniting the city and not dividing it. And she also went on to talk about some of the rumors that had come out about her dispelling those rumors at that time. So there's going to be plenty more. We're going to hear a lot more on Monday when City Council takes this up. So we're live at City Hall. Jim Pickett, Channel 4, the local station.
All right, Jim, thank you.